Hi, it's Ashley Latta here, and I'm shooting this very quick video today from my training centre here in Manchester. And what I'd like to do today is discuss the importance of how you deal with new patient inquiries, particularly by the telephone. And I'm going to share just one or two tips here today that are hopefully that if you could share with your whole team, that will increase the number of new patients coming through your door, not your competitors. And the main reason why I decided to shoot this video today was recently I had to contact two tool hire companies in the North Manchester area. Basically what's happened is we had some serious floods outside our training room here over the Christmas period last year, and unfortunately we've got one of the rooms in our centres where there's a bit of a damp smell which seems to be getting a little bit worse. So what we thought we'd do is would hire a couple of hire a humidifier and hopefully get rid of the smell and make it back to normal again. So I contacted two tool hire companies in the North Manchester area. And on the first occasion, the first company I rang, the phone must have been ringing out, I would say, well over a minute, maybe even longer. I didn't time it, but it was well over a minute. And finally, when the girl actually answered the phone, she came to the phone panting. She was out of breath. And her first response was she was very sorry for taking a while to get to the phone. She was making a cup of tea in the back there, and she only just heard the phone. That tickled me, I've got to be honest. And the second person, although she did answer the phone quite quickly, on both occasions the new inquiry I thought was handled shockingly. And let me tell you the reason why. What I was doing is I was asking for prices of humidifier for my rooms. And on both occasions, none of the sales girls who answered the phone, but it was two girls in general here, none of the girls actually asked me my name. None of the girls asked me how they heard about the business. None of the girls asked me a little bit about my problem. What was the problem in my room? What was happening? No one bothered asking me that at all. On both occasions, the two girls gave me prices. In fact, one of the girls said, did I want a 25 litre or a 75 litre humidifier, which was best for her. And of course, I didn't have a clue how big a humidifier was, so I just hazarded to have a guess and gave her the first one. So on both occasions, prices was given to me, but on none occasions was an email address asked for, a postal address, or anything at all. So just in other words, prices were given and no contact details were gathered at all whatsoever. So I rang up with a problem and I left with the same problem that I came with. So what could we learn from this lesson here by contacting a tool hire company? Well, it just really showed the importance of how to deal with a new patient inquiry, or how to deal with a new inquiry at the desk. If you think about it, on this occasion here, the sale was probably around about £350. But how much is a new patient inquiry worth to your practice? If you think about a patient who contacts you and maybe sticks around, say for, I don't know, say 10 years, and let's say they pay, I don't know, £20 a month for 10 years, they're going to pay something in the region of around about £2,500 to be members of your plan, of your practice. And that's if they don't have any dental treatment at all. So every single new inpatient inquiry potentially is going to be worth at least £2,000, maybe even £3,000 to your practice. So what sort of tips and strategies could I share with you in order to help your girls to become more effective just in this very short video? Well, the first thing they need to do, and the most important thing they need to do, is that when they say their practice name, they also must share their own name as well. And this is really important because what you're doing is trying to build rapport straight away with your new potential client. Now, if you offer your own name to the potential new client, it's also very easy then to get the name off your potential client. So, for example, this is ABC Dental Practice, Ashley speaking, may I help you please? And obviously the new client will share or ask you a question, and you can then turn around and say, oh, sorry, my name's Ashley. Sorry, what was your name again? And now what you've got is you've got the client's or potential client's name, and then you can start using that in the conversation. The second thing you must do, and most importantly, is ask the client how you heard about us. Because if you're doing a lot of marketing or social media, anything at all like that, then you must find out what's working well for your practice If it's a referral, then you really know then if you've got a referral from a existing client, you've got a client who's really interested in what you've got to offer. So that's the other reason. Now, the third thing you must do is ask questions then about what their inquiry. So deep and find out a little bit about the inquiry and what they're actually interested in. Now, I know absolutely nothing at all about humidifiers. I know nothing at all about tool hire, but just think about what difference those phone calls could have made if the girl on the telephone could have asked me what my name was and start using it in conversation, asked me how she heard about our business, and then asked me a little bit more about my problem. What was the problem? What was the cause of the problem? How big was the room? How serious was the smell? And when that she can then give me exactly what I was looking for and give me the price that I wanted as well. And ultimately, she could have obviously closed the deal. So very quickly, I want to leave you with just 3 quick tips here on how to answer the phone more effectively. Please ensure that you give your own name when you answer the telephone as well as the practice name. The second thing is always ask your potential client how they heard about you. That's really important for the marketing. And the third thing is when the client asks about a certain treatment, get to start asking questions about them and about the problem that they have. And that way you start to build rapport, and of course, most importantly, you'll stand out from the crowd. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your team and your colleagues as well. If you'd really like to take your reception skills to a new level and you'd like the opportunity to work with us, we are running 3 one-day reception courses, which are how to turn inquiries into appointments and long-term patients, where we go through a whole 7-step approach on how to deal with an inquiry and turn that into an appointment. So we have 3 programs coming up this year. One is on the 1st of November in London, which I'm delivering that program. We have one here in Manchester on the 7th of November, where my fellow coach, superb coach Alistair Mann, he's delivering that full day here. And on the 26th of January, in 2017, for the very first time, I'll be delivering this course down in the southwest of England in Exeter. So if you want more information on that, please go to our website, www.ashleyletter.com. Just look under courses, press reception, and you can enroll on there. Thanks very much. I hope these tips have been useful and look forward to sharing more new tips with you next week.